Thanks for joining us on our second flight of the day. We're starting this flight over the town of Goderich, and we'll be following the Goderich to Auburn Rail Trail and the Maitland River. Here you can see the Menasautung Bridge. It was a steel and wood railway bridge built between 1906 and 1907. It was the longest bridge in Ontario at the time of its construction. The bridge was used by the Canadian Pacific Railway for over 80 years, until it closed in 1988. The Menasautung Bridge opened to hikers and bikers in 1992, and it continues to be used as a pedestrian bridge and part of the Maitland Trail. The Goderich to Auburn Rail Trail is 12 kilometers of trails that are perfect for walking or cycling, and many sections are wheelchair friendly. It's part of the G2G Trail from Goderich to Guelph that is over 125 kilometers long and runs along the former railway bed of the CPR. The G2G Rail Trail is connected to many other trail systems in the province. There are trail links connecting residents of Kitchener-Waterloo, Hamilton, the GTA, to the west coast of Ontario. Here we are over Highway 21 near the airport. Off to the right, you can see Saltford and the Highway 21 bridge that goes over the Maitland River. Goderich is off to our right, and coming up on our left and straight ahead, you can still see the rail trail stretching out in front of us, with trees along both sides, and it crosses the road just after the bend. Here is one of the many gravel pits that are scattered around the landscape in this area. This one does not have much water in it, but some of the others do. Now we're coming up to the town of Auburn, and we're looking south along the Maitland River. You can see the pillars where the rail bridge used to cross the river just south of Auburn. We're turning right here to follow the Maitland River southbound. We'll keep the Maitland River on our right, and up ahead you can see Ball's Bridge where it crosses the river. Ball's Bridge was built in 1885 to connect the town of Goderich with outlying areas to the east. It continued to serve as an important crossing point on the Maitland River until 1989, when there was concern about its ability to support modern vehicles. It was closed to all traffic in 2006 and underwent a full restoration. It reopened to light traffic in 2007. As the river flows downstream from Auburn, it becomes wide and shallow. Over thousands of years, the river has carved its way through the rock, leaving behind a rugged river valley. The Maitland River is one of our family's favorite places to kayak, and we occasionally even see bald eagles soaring over the river. Personally, we've found that the stretch from Auburn to Ball's Bridge is good for kayaking during quite a bit of the season, and the stretch further down from about Ben Miller to Lake Huron is good when the water levels are a bit higher, but not too high. Ben Miller, with the beautiful Ben Miller Inn, can be seen up ahead of us. John Hazlitt's book, The Power of the Maitland, has wonderful photos and information about the history of the Maitland River and mills in this area. Just beyond Ben Miller, we come to the Falls Reserve Conservation Area, which covers 230 acres and is nearly enclosed by the winding Maitland River. A trip to the Falls Reserve Conservation Area has always been a highlight of our summer. There's nothing better than jumping into the water near the falls on a hot summer day. We're always amazed by how much the height of the water changes and how visible it is from the air when looking at the falls. Some days the falls are very visible, like they were on this flight, with quite a bit of water flow. But later in the summer, as the water flow slows down and there's less water moving along the Maitland River, it can be almost hard to spot the falls unless you know where to look. There are over 80 kilometers of trails along the Maitland River Valley between Goderich and Auburn, and the Maitland Trail Association encourages hiking, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, and biking along the trails. We're almost back at the town of Goderich now, and no flight is complete without a view of the town square as seen from above. The courthouse in the middle of the square was originally located here, but was destroyed in a fire and replaced by a modern structure in the 1950s. You can see just how much the trees have grown that were replanted after so many were destroyed during the tornado in 2011. One of our favorite buildings is the Huron Historic Jail, which served as the county jail from its opening in 1841 until it closed in 1972. For an aerial view along the Lake Huron shoreline and the port of Goderich, please take a look at our other video.